Lena didn't answer the knocking. She moved first. Now, she said. Marcus was already at the shelves, yanking down the smallest ledgers and stuffing them into oilskin wraps. June killed the relay console with one hard motion, plunging half the vault into darkness. Eli clutched his ledger against his chest, frozen for half a second before Lena grabbed his arm. "Tunnel route," she said. "Can you lead?" Eli nodded fast. "Yes." Marcus looked once toward the door. Another knock hit the metal. Harder this time. "You're sure?" he asked Lena. "No," she said. "Go anyway." That was enough. The old tunnel beneath the storm station was narrow, wet in places, and low enough that even Marcus had to duck. Eli moved ahead with a scavenged light, shoulders tight, while Lena kept close behind him, one hand on a bundle of ledgers, the other on the wall. Marcus brought up the rear, silent and watchful. 3 shadows in the dark. The tunnel forked after 100 steps. Eli stopped. Left goes toward the drainage cuts. Right goes under the market. June caught her breath as she joined them from a side crawl space, grease on her hands, and a small battery pack clipped to her belt. "I rigged a delay at the vault door. It won't hold forever." Marcus frowned. "It had better hold long enough." "It will," June said, though her voice said otherwise. Lena looked at the 2 paths.
"Right.
"We go under the market. That gives us distance." Eli glanced back at her. "They'll know we're moving." "Yes," Lena said. "That's the point." The market underpass was a dead corridor of broken stone and old pipes. Dust and damp air clung to the walls. The small battery pack June carried cast just enough light to keep them moving, but not enough to feel safe. Eli led them past a collapsed support beam and then stopped at a sealed maintenance hatch. "This opens into the east lanes," he whispered. "If they're searching the vault, they won't expect us here yet." Marcus crouched by the hatch and listened. "I hear voices." June's face tightened. "How many?" 2 nearby, Marcus said. "Maybe more farther off." Lena laid the ledgers against the wall and crouched beside the hatch. "We can't carry all of this forever." June looked at her. "Then we don't." Lena turned. "What?" "We make the first cut now," June said. "We keep the most vital records with us and hide the rest before dawn." Marcus gave a short, sharp laugh. "So, the season ends with us all pretending this is enough?" "No," Lena said. "It ends with us refusing to let them take everything." They split the caches in the tunnel by lantern light. Lena kept the memory ledger that mattered most. Names, maps, and the oldest stories. June took the power notes and relay instructions. Marcus carried the medical pages and the route key. Eli held the smallest ledger, the one with copied names and directions for future carriers. For hands. For burdens. One future broken into pieces on purpose. Lena looked at Eli. "You need to understand something." He nodded, terrified of saying the wrong thing. "You are not carrying this because you caused the problem," she said. "You're carrying it because you can survive the next road." His eyes filled, but he didn't cry. Not yet. Marcus sealed the first bundle in oilcloth. "We're wasting time." June glanced toward the tunnel mouth. "Then let's move." They reached the drainage cut just as the first search lights crossed the market above. Through a crack in the stone, Lena saw them. 3 figures in the ruined square, moving with purpose. Not scavengers. Not random thieves. Organized. The one in front wore a stripped coat, and even from below, Lena could see the wire ring on his wrist. June whispered, "That's him." Marcus said nothing, but his hand tightened around the medical pages. Eli stared through the crack, pale as ash. "He found us." Lena watched the figures split and search in different directions. Then she understood. They weren't just hunting the vault anymore. They were hunting the paths. "Move," she said. The drainage cut ended at a half-collapsed cistern hidden behind old market walls. Water dripped somewhere far above. The chamber was too small for comfort, but big enough to stash the first cache. June knelt and wedged the relay notes into a sealed niche. Marcus slid the medical pages into a rusted compartment behind a broken valve. Lena hid the memory ledger beneath a loose stone slab. Eli pressed the small ledger into the cavity with both hands, as if setting down something alive. When he stood, he looked changed. Not older, just heavier. June wiped her hands on her coat. That's one cache. Lena nodded. And not our last. Marcus glanced toward the passage they'd come through. We can't stay. No, Lena said. But they still need to think we're trapped. June looked at her. You have a plan. Lena did. By the time the search party reached the cistern level, the tunnel beyond them was empty. Lena had led Marcus, June, and Eli through a side service corridor so tight they had to move one at a time. They emerged into a ruin of stacked brick and broken iron at the edge of the district. The city was darker here, quieter, as if it had learned to hold its breath. 3 characters, 3 sets of eyes on the horizon. Marcus looked back once toward the market. They'll circle. Let them, Lena said. June adjusted the battery pack. Where now? Lena raised her chin toward the northern ridge, where an old water tower stood above the rooftops like a broken marker. Another cache, she said. And another after that. Eli stared at her. How many? As many as it takes. Marcus gave her a long look. He was exhausted, angry, and still there. You're building a trail. Lena met his gaze. I'm building a way back. The final cache went into an abandoned chapel on the ridge, where broken benches still stood beneath a cracked ceiling. June hid the power notes beneath the altar stones. Marcus tucked the medical pages into a hollow behind a fallen statue. Lena placed the main ledger inside a cloth-wrapped box carved with symbols Toma had once drawn in the library ruins. Eli watched her do it. When they find one, he said, they'll look for the others. Yes, Lena replied. He frowned. Then why make more? Lena closed the box. Because they can't burn a road. For the first time since the vault, Eli looked like he believed her. At dawn, Lena stood alone on the ridge while Marcus and June checked the road below. Eli waited near the chapel door, clutching the smallest ledger. The city stretched out beneath them, broken but still breathing. Marcus came up beside Lena. We lost the vault. No, Lena said. We turned it into a beginning. June joined them. Dust on her sleeves, eyes tired but bright. They'll know someone was here. Lena looked at the scattered rooftops, the market, the cistern, the hidden routes between.
Good, she said.
Let them chase the memory. Eli stepped forward, holding the ledger out toward the city as if offering it back to the world. What do I do now? Lena looked at him, then at Marcus and June. You carry the next piece, she said. The wind moved over the ridge. And somewhere below, in the broken city, someone was already searching for what they thought they had ended. But memory had learned to travel. The season ends with the team scattered across hidden caches, the vault lost, and a larger hunt beginning. But Lena's final words become the promise that carries them forward. They can break a shelter. They can't break a road.